Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George from Movie Misfit, and today I'm going to take a look at the German Mediabook release of Iron Mask. So, while it didn't get much of a reception upon its release, the Iron Mask, starring Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger, which it's not their movie per se, it's continuing the adventures of Jason Flemyng, who starred in Vi, I think that's pronounced properly, Vi, which was released in 2014. I think it was the highest grossing movie in Russia of 2014, which is why I suppose they were able to kind of bag these guys for the sequel. So this continues the journeys of his character, but it was released because it had Jackie Chan and Arnie in it. It was sort of changed and molded into being its own movie, then became, of course, the Iron Mask. It was Vi to the Mystery of the Dragon Seal, and it just, for me, as the production took some time coming, it looked like it was going to be this grand adventure movie, kind of old school adventure movie, which I was really excited for. And I'm going to be very honest, as much as the critics and other fans totally dissed it, I thoroughly enjoyed Iron Mask. And I enjoyed it for those reasons. This was a good old adventure movie. It was stunningly shot, absolutely gorgeously shot. I first got this on its UK DVD release. I didn't get the Blu-ray. I kind of missed the Blu-ray the day I went to buy it. There was no Blu-rays left. This came out from Signature. There was nothing with it, really. Nope. Absolutely nothing with it at all. But in comparison to the cover of the German Mediabook, I do think that the UK cover kind of stands out a wee bit more. This is very dark with kind of greeny tone to it. This one is a bit better on the artwork. So anyway, I put that aside. There's really nothing else going on with that. But the picture quality for the DVD, for me, it still stood out. It was still a gorgeous picture, and we all sat down as a family and watched it, and we all thoroughly enjoyed it. Then when I was on Amazon Germany recently, I saw this gorgeous 3-disc edition of Iron Mask, and I thought, you know what, this is a cracker price. Can't remember exactly. I'm going to say around maybe 20 quid. I mean, to be honest, probably less, and it was a steal. You have 3 discs here. You have got the DVD, the Blu-ray, and the the Blu-ray, the 3D Blu-ray, and the 4K Ultra HD version, which I don't have a 4K player. I have a 4K upscaler. I don't know if I want a 4K player as such. Sometimes I feel that it pulls you out of the movie. 4K movies really just take you away from what a movie feels like, you know, how it should feel like. But because of the quality that was on the DVD whenever I watched it, and because I really, really enjoyed the movie and wanted to know a wee bit more about it, because Signature didn't put one extra on there, didn't put even so much as a trailer on there, which was highly annoying. I mean, ridiculously so. I went for it, and I'm excited to get into it, because I think even watching the Blu-ray version, I don't have a 3D player as well, and I know the movie was shot for 3D, which is, I find when movies are shot for 3D, like a lot of Choi Hark's movies recently have been shot for 3D, and people criticize them and fans criticize them because there's things going on, there's visuals going on there that are made for 3D. They're not made for, sorry, the neighbor has a load of motorbikes and I can just hear them revving like crazy. The Choi Hark movies that are made for 3D, as are some other movies that are made for 3D, have visuals, have CGI and effects that don't look right if you're not seeing them in 3D. So I will eventually get round. I do have a 3D 4K upscaler, I know that, but I don't have a 3D TV. Jesus. Someday I'll get there. Someday I'll get to watch this and Flying Swords of Dragon Gate and things like that in 3D, and that's fine. I'm in no rush really. I'm not a huge fan of 3D, but I get it. it was exciting to see it on the DVD, and you could see where it was going with it. So now to see it on Blu-ray, I think the picture's going to be even more explosive, and I can't wait. This UK cut runs at 115 minutes. This German cut runs at 121 minutes. So already we're getting 6 minutes extra on here, which excites me. So here we are. Hopefully we're not getting a lot of reflection off the lights here. I must apologize if you don't get to see this. It's a good, I mean, this is a good solid friggin' book. I have other media books here that, while gorgeous, are much thinner, a little taller. So it's quite a different style of media book in terms of all the other ones that I have bought. So I was surprised to see that, the size difference anyway. What can I say? It's all in German, of course it is. There's the 3 different versions. There's Ultra HD Blu-ray, there's the 3D Blu-ray and the regular Blu-ray. You have got making of documentaries on there, the trailers, and a few other things that I will search when I get into it. Again, much better than the Signature already. So inside, let me just pop this open. Of course, this is the first 2 discs on the left, the book in the middle, and on the other side, which I've yet to see, is Jackie and Arnie. I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. I thought the fights were stunning. They were fantastic fun. There was a lot of, as they like to say, Crouching Tiger-esque style moments in there. But I also found the fight between Jackie and Arnie to be a lot of fun. And it was a nice rematch, let's say, probably the wrong word to use, but from their scene together in Around the World in 80 Days. Again, another underrated Jackie Chan movie, that it was nice to see these 2 guys back together again. Of course, for years, for decades now, we've been waiting on this Jackie Chan and Arnie and Stallone movie kind of thing everyone's been talking about, and they've been talking about, and the right script hasn't came along, and it's never going to happen. But to get moments like this with iconic cinematic heroes, I think is fun. And again, people are still wanting Jackie to be 20 years of age, 30 years of age, and giving us another Project A or Dragons Forever and things like that. He just is not capable, and I think this role as this old master really suited him, and it was a lot of fun. Now, the rest of the movie as well was brilliant. I thought, again, the whole old adventure type movie was great. It also starred Rutger Hauer in one of his final roles, as in a complete final role. I know there's a couple of movies still to come that have been lagging behind in post-production that also star him. Chinese actor Li Yu, who starred in Time Raiders and Destinies, is also in there, as is, she plays the witch Ma Li, who I have seen in the Jeff Lau's hilarious Soccer Killer, where we're set in traditional ancient China, where a soccer team takes on the X-Men and the Avengers. It's quite an interesting watch. And also in Benny Chan's Meow, alongside Louis Koo, which, again, a great family movie. Thoroughly enjoyed it, about this giant space cat that comes to Hong Kong to live with his family. It's freaking mental for all the right reasons. But anyway, Iron Mask. Can't wait to get into this. So yes, double discs here, which of course are separated by Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray, and Ultra HD at the back there. So it's gonna, I'm gonna get through all of them eventually. I'm gonna get the right players somewhere along the line, and I will go back to it because I do think it is a beautiful movie. I've yet to get the original Vi movie, which I believe was released here in the UK, ironically called The Forbidden Kingdom, which was really bizarre, obviously, since Jackie has The Forbidden Kingdom, another underrated movie of his. But yes, I'm going to flick through this book and hopefully do my bird's eye shot just to let you see what is going on there, because there is some gorgeous stuff in here. Absolutely brilliant. There's a lot of familiar faces throughout the whole movie. I noticed that when we were watching it, and I mean, for such a grand film, this should have had a cinematic release, a wider cinematic release if it did have any at all. But there was a lot of great stuff to enjoy. Again, the visuals were stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm a fan of certain Russian movies, such as Night Watch and Day Watch and a few other bits, Guardians, things like that. For our film festival, we get a lot of submissions from Russia, and they are usually fantastic. But this just took things to a whole new level and another direction. And I can't praise it enough. I think it's a fantastic adventure movie, action adventure movie, and a great role for Jackie and Arnie, who totally plays it tongue in cheek. But it is wonderful to see. So that's all I can show you with this for now. I am going to go and do a quality check on the Blu-ray only as I can, against the DVD, which again impressed me on first watching. So it's going to be fun to see. The Blu-ray is going to go through the 4K television and the upscaler and so on. So it is going to give me quite a different experience altogether. Okay, so back again. Just watched the Blu-ray version of Iron Mask with Jackie Chan and Big Arn. I forgot to say, this is from Koch Media, a German label who usually don't release things in their original language. There's or with English subtitles, I should say, more so. Now, the majority of this movie is English spoken anyway. The English dub that comes on the signature one is the same English dub that comes with this. It's either that or German, with German subtitles. The making of was quite exciting, actually. I really enjoyed looking into that. It's such a massive movie. Like, it is huge, and I don't know why fans and critics have been rude to it, let's say, and kind of dissing it, because it has a lot to offer. There is a lot of exciting stuff going on there, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous movie. The detail in every scene is phenomenal. Yes, there's also a bunch of trailers and a photo gallery. The photo gallery was the only thing really there that I didn't mention. But yes, Koch Media release some amazing titles that I really, really, really want to buy, but because there's a lack of either original Cantonese language or English subtitles, I usually don't get. Because the English dub came with this, then that was fine. I was quite happy to pick that up because of it. Now, the difference, I put this on again as usual for 10 minutes just to let that sink in, and it was fine. Again, as I've mentioned, the DVD quality from the signature release is lovely. You can see everything quite clear, and it's pretty sharp for being one of the more modern movies on DVD. But when I popped that Blu-ray in, and I didn't touch anything on the settings, I didn't touch the volume, I didn't even have my soundbar on, but holy shit, the difference in sound quality between that and the DVD was phenomenal, to the point where my husband thought I had switched the soundbar on and it had just boomed around the room. So definitely a massive improvement in sound for sure on the Blu-ray of this. The quality of the picture, again, of course, it is going to be much higher, and you can see it. I specifically focused on the scene with the carriage in the snow, the fight scene in the snow, where the attack of these forest ruffians come out and pull Jason Fleming from his carriage. But the detail in it on the Blu-ray is just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So yes, by all means, this gets a double thumbs up from me, total upgrade from the movie. I couldn't pinpoint the extra 6 minutes per se from 121 minutes on this version and the 115 minutes on this version. I couldn't exactly say where those extra minutes fell into, but they are there. I cannot bore of this movie. I've seen it a few times on DVD, and even watching it again on Blu-ray, I was just as excited. It is just a fun movie. So yes, if you are a fan or you haven't seen it and you've yet to pick it up, I would suggest perhaps getting your hands on either this gorgeous Mediabook release that gives you 3 different options of how to watch it. And I do want to see it in 3D. I just realized how much 3D work is going on there, and I think it would give a really fun experience to be able to see that, and that's why I would love to have had it as a cinematic experience in 3D. I think it would have been fantastic. Of course, Charles Dance is in there. I forgot to mention that also. Who, I don't know if you've seen, I think he was in Game of Thrones recently, more so. But yes, there is quite a big cast in there. There's a lot of Chinese producers behind it, of course, and Jackie's own Sparkle Roll production company in there. So there's a lot to love. I can't speak any more highly of it. It is quite enjoyable. Beautifully done. Absolutely beautifully done. So yes, double thumbs up for me on this. I'll not go back to the DVD, I can tell you for sure now. Will I get rid of it? I doubt it. But that Mediabook for me from Koch Media in Germany is worth a buy. It's a very reasonable price on Amazon Germany at the moment. So yeah, there we are. That's another one done and dusted. Next time I will check out... What will I check out? Joint Security Area from Arrow Video on Blu-ray. I think I missed the special edition release of it, but I did pick up recently the basic version. But it's still going to be worth a look compared to my old, I think, Tartan Asia Extreme release. Anyway, until then, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I'll see you soon.